My name is Cisneros, and I'm a project engineer with George M. Raymond. So I've been with Raymond for about 2 years now, and honestly, I think it's the people that I work with. My coworkers are super awesome. They've become my best friends in real life too, and also just how much I've grown in the last 2 years. I don't know if I've ever been anywhere that I have so much freedom to really dive into something head on. I've just learned a lot in the last 2 years. I originally started at Raymond as an intern, and I did an internship for about 3 months, and then after 3 months I was offered a full-time position as a project engineer, and then I started immediately working on site at the Durango Station Casino. I was like the third PE to 2 other PEs at the Durango at that time. Now I'm currently a solo PE working on a new project. I feel like most people don't always know that they want to go into construction when they get into construction in Las Vegas, and I definitely had the same path. I was originally going to school to study biology and chemistry, and I ended up finishing and getting my associate's degree in mathematics and science. And then I ended up just completely deciding that wasn't what I wanted to do with my life, and that I had a passion for, mainly at that time, like custom home building and designs and stuff. And my dad actually worked in construction my whole life, and so we thought this would be the best route for me. And I immediately started here at Raymond as an intern right after I got my associate's degree. Honestly, I wish more people knew that construction isn't just putting on a hard hat and strapping up your boots and going to do manual labor in the field. Obviously that's super necessary and we need that, but there's so many other careers and opportunities here in construction, whether that be in HR, in marketing, in engineering. I feel like no matter what skill you have, it can be applied to some sort of design or building aspect of construction. And I just feel like a lot of people don't know that, especially women. I feel like a lot of women think about construction and they think it's labor intensive, and it doesn't always have to be. I always had an interest and a love for math and the more analytical side of things. And so when it comes to being a project engineer, we do a lot of budgeting and just making sure that when it comes to money that we're staying on budget. And because of my background, I have a lot of math skills and a lot of Excel skills and a lot of formula skills. And so that definitely helps us a lot when we're putting together new spreadsheets or going over new budget updates and just stuff like that. I would say in construction, one of the most important things is definitely being a people person. This is a field where we have a lot of face-to-face time with clients and vendors, and building those personal relationships is extremely important. And so it's important to be a good listener. It's important to be as personable as possible. And it's really important to also just care about other people's opinions. And in construction, there's a lot of ways to do the same exact task. And so it's really important to be open to learning new things, and everything's always evolving, and just being open-minded. I'd say my favorite part about my job is when I get to work on site. These jobs move so fast, especially here in Las Vegas. We'll start a project and within 2 months it looks completely different, and we're very grateful that we get to see things from the ground up, but we also get to see things that are already established that we have to go in and demo, and we can remodel it. And so we get to see a lot of different aspects of construction. And when we're actually on the job site every day, you don't miss anything. So that's my favorite part. When I think about my day-to-day life as a project engineer, honestly, it's really hard to sum it up in one day because every day it looks completely different. Some days I have to come work in the office and I'm behind my computer all day looking at spreadsheets and dealing with more math-based stuff. And sometimes I'm looking at drawings all day and I'm dealing with that kind of stuff. And then some days we have a field walk after another field walk after another field walk. And if we're on multiple jobs, we could be hopping from one job to the next job to the next job, or even if we're in a tower, we can be going from the 36th floor to the 12th floor just all day long. And it's just very different day to day. I would say the atmosphere that I work in, it's a really healthy atmosphere with my PEs and my PMs. I know that I always have their support. No day that I come to work am I nervous that I'm gonna struggle or not understand something, because honestly right now, especially in my career only being 2 years in, I'm learning something new every single day. And I mean, that in itself is super exciting. I'd say people that really care about your growth. I've been really fortunate that here at Raymond, we've kind of laid out a plan for myself. As I said, I came in as an intern and I knew the next goal was to be a PE. And they've been really open to hearing that someday I hope to be a project manager and I'd like to run my own jobs, and they care a lot about your growth here. Actually, here at Raymond, a lot of people have been here for 10, 15, 20 plus years, and I think that says a lot about a company culture itself. So quarterly, we run a safety meeting in our warehouse where all of our foremen come in, all of our PEs attend, all of our PMs attend. Even our headquarters in Orange, California, they'll come in and they'll attend this meeting as well. And our safety team will kind of go over any new safety measures that have gone in place. They'll go over how we've done as a team and as a company for all of our jobs across the board, how we've done in the safety department and how we can excel in that. I originally wanted to be an orthodontist. I love my teeth and I thought it was a super awesome, fun job. But what's really interesting about that is that I always wanted to be an orthodontist to potentially make a great amount of money someday, solely for the fact that hopefully I could get into the market of flipping homes. And so I was always interested in the construction aspects, regardless of what I was studying. I just was okay with the idea that it might take 10, 15 years to get there, until eventually I was like, okay, I'm gonna cut the middleman out and I'm just gonna dive right into construction, and maybe I'll get there someday too. I would tell somebody that was interested in construction, especially speaking to a woman, that there's nothing to be intimidated by, or there's nothing to fear working in what we could say is a male-dominated industry. We're very grateful in this industry too that women in construction are highly sought after and highly praised, because it is awesome being a woman working with in a male-dominated industry. And because of that, there's so many opportunities and a lot of people want to see you grow, and there's a lot of resources and a lot of people that you can connect with to keep furthering your career, especially as a woman in construction. I'd say one of the most important lessons I've learned is to not burn any bridges if you can, to be super open-minded to everybody and to keep positive relationships and professional relationships, definitely. Like I kind of said, networking in this industry is huge, and it's all about who you know. And the more people you know, the more doors that will be opened. And that does translate into my personal life all the time too. You know, the more people that I surround myself with and the more that I'm in a community of people, the more opportunities that I get to have. A super exciting memory that I had when it was my first year working at the Durango was I got to be a part of what we call a top out, which is basically the last metal beam that is going onto a project, they kind of display it for everybody that was a part of the project, and we all get to go and sign our signatures on it, and then we get to see it kind of flown to the top of the project. It was super cool to not only sign that and be a part of that and know that my name is literally in the project, but also like a month later, we were just driving around the job site and I actually saw that beam installed and I was like, oh my, like there's my name right there, literally in the Durango. Like it was really awesome. Here at Raymond, that's one of their big beliefs and core values is that we should have a work-life balance, and they try and promote that all the time. And so really, if anything ever did become too much to manage, I feel comfortable enough that I could talk to anybody here and they would find me the help that I needed if I couldn't do it by myself.